possible to materialize the curse? What a picture. Well, time. The curse come. The ninja knows me. Escape! I'm counting on you! It's the ninja. Nowhere to hide. What a nature. Not a means. Adorn my knights. The ninja knows me.
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you. You've been pranked.
What?
This exorcism device, people like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith deceptively effective at attracting monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
How unexpected. I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again, so I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you. I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you, any of you.
This is Big G? He's just a child? Oh, well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world. That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G. Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do. After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore. Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wulong Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back. This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh? Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wulong Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
It must have been poor Luocheng that you followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death. Yeah, Hu and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, well, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. You know,
So, all this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly, like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me. I get scared.
That's right, yes. He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the leyline monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wulong Hill, and we should be done and dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Moo, and Songze.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wulong Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us. They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes. Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares. Hi! Do you remember us?
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Jueyun chilies. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in Liyue. I can rustle that dish up in no time if you help me find some. Great, this should be enough. I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down? When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the others?
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think of it, I remember he did join Wangsheng Funeral Parlor recently. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process. I would know. So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
How did you know? We didn't even say anything.
I'm a businessman. I've got a sixth sense for this kind of thing. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just, I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan-style lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality cloth-striped shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy.
You know, I just realized, mine's the only item that's been outright purchased. Yours are both handmade.
But yours is worth a lot more.
Worth and more is not what's important here. These things all played a big part in our childhood. They show that we will never forget our promise.
Hey.
Hey, we're here to pick up the cloth striped shards for Songza.
I think she mentioned it. Yes, here you are on the register. No problem. The cloth striped shards are over in that crate there. Please, help yourselves. The cloth striped shards are over in that crate there. Please, help yourselves.
Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. These look like what Songza was talking about. Let's head back.
My thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please, wait a moment. This is the final step. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all release a lantern like this. No matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this rite remains observed, each of us remains the same.
As for the matter of Big G, the 3 of us have discussed amongst ourselves and agreed.
But if you get the chance, please let them know we're doing well. And that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
Thank you. We'll pass it on. Big G is lucky to have friends like you. We got everything we need. Let's go to Wulong Hill and find Hu Tao and the others. spilling the beans, did you, Paimon? Does Paimon look that unreliable to you? I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes, so I guess they knew the deal. Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, one thing everyone knows is you never know what to expect. Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with. Guard the border between life and death. This is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility, and I'm stricter than most. So what about us? Does it matter if we cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Mung. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse behind the curtain. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is that nobody really knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I will have to erase your memories. So listen to everything I say. Let's go.
I'm scared. But like Huta says, we're already caught up in this. We better see it through to the end. Wow, what is this place?
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire. So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just up ahead.
Time to go.
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, just like last time.
One with wind and cloud.
Let's go, Jeff.
One with nature.
Leave it all to me. As good of a maid woman.
Nice and spicy.
Into the wind. Couple clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
At the fry pan, into it. Speed of light. Hey!
The wind knows me.
Fire, fire, hands on fire.
This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little, how do people put it, pomp and ceremony?
Paimon's pretty sure that's not how people put it.
One with nature. Follow me. Adorn my nights. The wind knows me.
Nice and spicy.
By the way, I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
Time to go.
Still unturned. Nice and spicy. I'll catch up.
Time to go. Huh? Isn't this where we just were before? With nature.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
Time to go. What in Tibet is going on? Have we been moving forward this whole time?
It's almost as if we're constantly being sent back to the beginning. Everything we sense.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to